Hi, Staten, and hi, Staley. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I'm gonna celebrate by having some strawberries. I'm gonna have some cake, and I'm gonna crush some people at Bullet. That is my plan today. Thank you also to ATI for the birthday wishes. I'm being challenged for a 3-minute game. You know what? I'll try to play this guy. A strong Russian FIDE master. 2680 chess.com rating. I don't know if I'm underrated or not, because normally I have a much lower rating than this. But on the other hand, this is the rating I managed to achieve through playing the Arena Kings tournaments. So I would think that I can do better than this. Okay, I'm playing some kind of really weird opening. Uh, this may blunder a pawn, but I'm actually sacrificing it. That's my defense. Okay, let's take this one. I'm concerned about this diagonal. I'm also concerned about him threatening to win a pawn. I have many concerns in this position. I'm not sure I played a good opening. Thank you to Anders for the birthday wishes. He says, I hope we get to celebrate the day with a Magnus win later. Yeah, no, Magnus has been playing fantastic chess, so I actually find it quite likely that he will be able to win against Rishi. So yeah, that's going to be interesting to follow. Okay, my guy is actually not playing very well, I think. I'm not very impressed with what he's doing here. I mean, he might sacrifice, but I'm just gonna pretend like that doesn't really frighten me. Even though I was kind of nervous, maybe bishop takes g3 would have been a very good move. But I pretended not to be nervous and it paid off. I'm gonna go e4 and I'm actually gonna take back with the knight. Because if I take with the pawn, I'm afraid of some e5 hitting me back. But taking with the knight doesn't give me those issues. Let's go here. I want to take this one, but then he's going to trap my queen. So I'm going to have to be a bit more careful about it. I'm completely winning. He has to go king g8 now. I feel like this is massive for me. Very good position. You know what? I'm gonna keep my queen here, because then his knight cannot move. If he goes here, then I'm gonna go d5, and otherwise I'm just gonna play rook c2, rook c1, and it's gonna be tricky for him to untangle. Oh, wow, so many messages in chat. Viking and Jeffrey and Fortius. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure not to get flagged, I think. Ooh, it's very interesting. I'm gonna go here. I think I'm close to checkmating him. 40th, Jeffrey, Hamviking, Mickey, Shetil, Perpetual Stalemate. Thank you, everyone. I'm gonna have to play a bit quicker. Ooh, and I blundered this pawn. Yeah, that was bound to happen. Ooh, and he didn't take it. Then I guess I'm gonna self-trap my queen. What a move. Rook h4, trapping the queen. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't concentrate. You lose chess games, deservedly. Okay, I'm gonna resign this. I wasn't focused. Thank you everyone for the nice wishes. A question from Perpetual Stalemate. What does Ding and a bicycle have in common? They can't stand up on their own. Uh, yeah. I don't know if we're gonna crack jokes about Ding just yet. He just had surgery, poor guy. He spent 2 nights in a row at the hospital. And well, they say it was a nice kind of fracture, but still, I mean, it's the hip, so it's basically controlling everything. Too early, says ATI. Yeah. Happy birthday, says Anna. Anna is actually at the same hotel right now. She's also in Stavanger doing commentary for Norway Chess, the official broadcast, the English broadcast from the organizer. ATI says, I think you're doing a really, really good job as an interviewer after the games in Norway Chess. Thank you. I got a bit of a new role. Whenever Magnus comes to the studio for the post-game interviews, I'm going out of the studio to interview his opponents. Yes, it's 1 minute chess. This is actually what I was expecting to do today, because there's a big day coming up on Monday. On Monday, there's going to be the Royal Arena Kings, which is basically a Arena Kings on steroids, with extra points and prizes and everything. And I haven't been able to play a single one of the bullet arenas, so I'm really looking forward to it. But on the other hand, I'm kind of nervous about playing an arena on my laptop. So I gotta practice my on the road bullet skills. And let's just say I started off pretty fine. A win against a 2640. That's a good start. And we have Doggers. I love to say that. For a very long time I was saying Doggers because that's kind of how you think it's pronounced, but or in English at least. And then kind of I was taught that, oh no, in Dutch the double G is like crazy, and I think it's so funny to say Peter Doggers. I'm sure I still get it wrong, but it's so much more fun to say. This guy must be crazy about chess. It's his birthday, and Norway has never seen better weather, says Peter. Yeah, no, the weather in Norway is pretty nice, but on the other hand, it's so hot. It's too much for me. I genuinely think it's too warm. Happy birthday, says Chespe. Oh my God, what are you doing up? 5 a.m. on a Saturday. I was kind of thinking about you and the rest of the American people uh, yesterday when I realized that I had made a huge mistake scheduling this before the round rather than after, well, midnight after. May your year be filled with joy and cake. Thank you, Chespe. I'm gonna find the I'm gonna make sure that you can see this. I went to the store yesterday and I bought myself this little um chocolate cake. And also I have strawberries. So yeah, I'm ready for I'm gonna have a good time today. Mm. Dutch strawberries actually, Peter. Mm. Vespin, I have carrots as well. This is a proper birthday celebration. No expense spared. But nobody wants to play bullet with me. Okay, here's a guy. Yuri from Russia. Let's see what you got in store for me. Make it a challenge, Yuri. Oh, you're not making this very difficult for me at all. Okay, he has to play g4. I think this is a good pawn structure for me. I have some nice threats against that pawn, but on the other hand, he has e4. But he played e4 at the wrong moment, and now I'm doing pretty good still. I just blundered my bishop. That is absolutely horrible. Wow. I just, yeah. Okay, we got a game again. Oh no, he protected this pawn. Such a clever guy. Ah, yeah. And now queen f5. Completely winning game, and I managed to mess it up. You should challenge Lawrence. He's trying to get 2600 in blitz. Um, yeah, but on the other hand, the way I'm blundering all my pieces, I don't want him to achieve 2600. Um, Festben asks, how is it working in Stavanger? Can you just go to the hotel and look at Magnus? Or no, actually, the organizer is charging spectators, so you can come watch the games if you pay 200 kroners, which is like $25. Um, but yeah, it's I think if you are in Stavanger, it's an experience. Not only watching the top players, but also there's a local tournament going on at the same place, and I think for it's fascinating just to see the atmosphere at a tournament with more than 100 players, and the room is just dead silent, and like everyone is focused, and the big guys, the world elite playing next door. It's kind of fun. Donks says, I ate some kransekake at a wedding the other day. Do you like that? Well, anything with sugar is usually good. Fortius is off to hike in the mountains. And in the tradition of Norway, I will come home with a sunburn in the shape of a backpack. Yeah, weather is fantastic, but I do recommend some sunblock. The Norwegian skin is not really, doesn't appreciate this kind of heat wave. I went sightseeing in Copenhagen a week or two ago, and I came home with this extreme t-shirt tan. And I wasn't even, yeah, I just hadn't considered that being outside for 4 or 5 hours would result in a sunburn. I wasn't in that kind of mode. It's only 2 months ago since we had heavy snow, I feel. My skin is so white that it reflects sunshine, says Hum Viking. Yeah, makes for a good argument to get some of that sun lotion. Okay. I'm not I'm not even gonna repeat that comment, Sparry. Horror stories about sunburns. I think I'm gonna save myself from those. Okay, so what went wrong the last game? I was completely crushing this guy and I blundered my bishop. So I think I'm pretty fine. Thank you to I do not have that on my. Thank you to Robin Peter with the $10 donation. Thank you. And now I'm playing slowly again. I really want to play more guys in games against this guy. I'm completely crushing him. Oh, go knight e4. Come on. Oh, it doesn't win a piece. I don't know if he thought he was winning a piece or if he just kind of. Okay, I should not have made that move. Okay, we're gonna go on a little trip. A little trip with the king. Just strolling the streets of and making the cheeky maiden one threat for the win. And he wants a rematch. I'm gonna take that. I want a rematch. I want to play a lot of games against you, my Lithuanian friend. You're looking like a very generous contributor to the Hammer Bullet Rating Fund. Okay, you're not doing this. I guess we're gonna put the pieces over on this side. Now what? I guess I'm gonna take, and go here. Some threats toward this guy. I'm gonna try to go here. Ooh, maybe I should have played a5 at some moment. He's going for this guy. I kind of lost control. I lost control of the situation. But I can take him on time? No, he's actually up on time. How did that happen? I thought I was way up. Ooh, and my pawn is in trouble on g5. Big trouble for my pawn. And this is not going to help. Why did I think this would help? And that's not going to help. Complete disaster. Honestly, I thought even when I blundered away my good position, I thought I was going to do just fine. But no. I deserved to lose that on time. That was so bad. Amazing title, by the way. Thank you. I spent some time on that. I spent a full 1 minute trying to figure out what to call today's stream. Now he doesn't want a rematch. What is going on? Okay. I thought I was doing pretty well the last game. No reason to change strategies, in my opinion. That move is a bit of a heartache. Bishop g5 was very annoying. But now I'm doing better. A lot of pressure against this pawn, and I'm just gonna use my tactical prowess to pick up that guy and also this guy. Ooh, the queen exchange. That feels so wrong. Feels like such a mistake. Check. And the knight is dead. Long live the knight. Yeah, I feel like bullet is going to be a bit challenging. I do have some it's a bit tricky making quick moves. But as long as I'm pre-moving and kind of making sure that I prepare my moves by oof, suddenly his entire position is crumbling out of the blue. Let's take this one. I think that's going to be the cleanest way to victory. And he resigns. Let's get another one. Yes, please. B4, yeah, that's a shame. He could have taken this one. He chooses not to take it. At some point, I'm tempted to protect that guy, but it never really pans out. At some point, you're gonna have to take this knight, I think. No. Why would he? He's getting the pawn back with the square on e4. I just gave him everything. Wow, my position is so bad. Such a bad position. I guess we're gonna do begging today. I'm just gonna have to go back and forth. Yeah, and now I'm losing. Well, actually, I'm not losing everything by some kind of miracle. Yeah, he could have just taken my bishop. Nothing wrong with taking the bishop, but he got kind of scared. And this time, it actually is good, because now I had this check, giving me the rook. And he found the perpetual check. Good for him. Okay, I'm happy to get a draw here. That's fine. Thank you to Lakituba for the 500 bits. Distant Fire, happy birthday. Is there any cake left? There definitely is. I'm actually having trouble getting it out of its kind of thing. Yes, there is cake. Let me see if I can get myself a slice. This is the full cake, and here's a piece. I'm making a mess of it, but it's all good. I also have strawberries, so I'm very happy. Cake hype, yeah, and of course carrots. Mm. Lucky Tuba with the sub, thank you. And donks. Mm. Turns out streaming and eating cake at the same time is kind of difficult. Who would have thought? Thank you, dongs, for the 100 bits. Always with the carrots, yeah. It's pretty much the only thing we can grow in Norway. Sorteblad, with the sub, thank you. Okay, so far so good. Let's keep taking these pawns on c4. If my opponents insist on giving them away, I'm not gonna be the guy to decline. I'm just gonna take all of those pawns. I just let him play knight d6, which is the most idiotic decision ever. Well, blunder more than decision. What next? This bishop over here, I can live with that. I'm gonna attack this guy over here. I'm kind of concerned about this guy not having a lot of safe squares. Now he blundered, which suits me very well, because finally I get rid of this incredibly annoying knight on d6. And also I'm getting a huge time advantage to go with it. Thank you to Vestben for the resub. 4 months. Thank you. Oof, I let him play rook c7. I'm nervous of so many things right now. One of the things I should have been nervous about was knight f6. And I didn't do anything to stop it. He's going to be so shocked that I allowed this knight move. What's going on? We're both playing very, very poorly. But I would say I'm playing a bit more poorly than my opponent. Yeah. That's an understatement. Oh, come on. Queen d5? Are you kidding me? Queen d5? How can you play that move? How can I expect that move? Queen d5. Yeah. Bad things happen when you give away all your pieces. I guess I deserve to lose that one. And yeah, I really feel like it's difficult to play bullet. I don't know what it is, but something about you need to have kind of the comfort of your routines when trying to play quickly, and I don't have that, is my feeling. Let's take this guy. Let's go into the middle. Let's go after this. Open file. I'll take it. Now he's playing with fire, this guy. Let's take this. This. I'm just gonna build up now. Okay. I'll take that one as well. At some point this should be dangerous. And this is that point. Ugh, such a cheeky guy. Just with the silly threats. And I couldn't stop it in time. Okay, let's see. I'll take this one. Then I guess I'm gonna go here. No, I shouldn't have gone there. That was a mistake. No, I let him get a perpetual. Maybe. Still unclear. What is going on? I'm having a check here. Ooh, that was a mistake by him. Oh, I'm being such a chicken. Ah, so long as I'm pre-moving, this is gonna be fine. It's all fine. Today is the Iceland-Norway match. Your team has Lars Lagerbäck, the former Icelandic national team coach. How is your nation feeling as it's Iceland's last game before the World Cup in Russia? Well, we are very well aware of the fact that Norway is not the strongest country in the Nordics. In fact, at some point we were even behind the Faroe Islands on the FIFA ranking. So in general, I think the expectations for the Norwegian national team is that we're going to lose every single match because we're terrible at soccer. So that's not actually good for you guys because that means you guys have expectations. You're playing in the World Cup, whereas the Norwegian public is already. The last time we were in a championship was 18 years ago. So we're kind of resigned to the fact that we're not very good. And as such, it's big expectations on the Icelandic. Uh, what was the special? Ooh, the special song. We want to hear a lot of your song at the World Cup. So we hope you make it through the group stage. And if what you need to make it through the group stage is beating Norway in order to get that confidence, then go Iceland. Belgium is going to win, says Distant Fire. Playing Portugal in a friendly tonight. Good warm up. Yeah, Portugal. I don't know if they're going to make it through the group stage, right? I mean, if Ronaldo gets upset, then the entire team just has negative energy. But they did win they won the European Championship last year, right? That was incredible. Ronaldo getting injured at the very beginning of the game, and still they went on to win. Yeah, more games. I think my opponents are kind of getting a bit upset at me having these random breaks between games, but they're just gonna have to live with it. Why are you playing this opening? I mean, didn't you see that you lost a pawn for nothing in our last game? Yeah, you shouldn't have taken that one. You're just giving me good positions for my queen. Okay, what's next? I guess I'm gonna play this. Um, or this. Let's do some odds on whether or not this pawn is gonna survive the game. I'm gonna say no. No, that pawn is not gonna survive this game. That's pretty much a guarantee. I'm gonna play a6 if I'm allowed. There's no stress taking this guy. Okay. I was not allowed. Fair enough. Should I be scared about this? I'm gonna say yes, I should be. Bishop d5. Such a lucky guy. Such a lucky guy. I thought I was winning a piece, but bishop d5 saves everything. And he didn't see it. Bishop, that would have saved everything, and he didn't see it. And I blundered the piece back! No! No! What a game. And then he goes on to give away the knight. This is absolutely horrible. I mean, people watching, what are you thinking? 2600s playing chess like this should be illegal. First he blunders a piece, then I blunder a piece, then he blunders everything. Bullet. It's tough. Well, at least maybe I'm not lying in my title. Maybe I am crushing egos. My own and others. Let's see what we can do with some rooks on the c-file. And now with... Oof, that's not good. Accept draw. No. Mouse slips are a part of the game, dude. We don't accept draws to compensate for mouse slips. Thank you, Island, for the 400 bits. Happy birthday. Love your streams. Thank you, Ireland. That is very nice of you to say. And it's checkmate. Rest in peace, egos. Point of interest. Did you know that Icelandic is Old Norwegian? Yes, I did know that. In fact, it is something I tell people as a trivia when doing small talk. You gotta have those small talk topics ready. And I always find it very fascinating telling people that in Iceland, they basically speak Old Norse. They speak like we did in Norway some 1,000 years ago when people emigrated to Iceland. And I also tell the story about how they named Iceland since it was so green and luscious. They wanted to make sure that they got to have their little paradise by themselves. So they gave it a somewhat misguiding name. Is there a Norway chess round today? Will it be covered by TV2? Asks Axe Villager. Yes, there is a Norway chess round today, which is why I'm on so early in the day. The round is going to start in some 4 hours. And Magnus is playing with the white pieces against Anand. Yeah, you need a subscription if you want to watch online, and or you can watch on the TV2 Sportskanalen. Are you Magnus's best friend? No. I'll do some carrots in the stream. I don't have a cake emote, although that is beyond my understanding. Of course, everyone should have a cake emote. I'm also going to do some Norwegian flags. And I want to do some teacups, but for some reason, my room only has this very fancy coffee maker, and I don't think it's going to be able to make me some hot water, boiling water, unfortunately. B Party hat from Kevin. Thank you. That's a nice. That's actually pretty nice. Let me see if I can find that. How is it this stuff works? If I just write party hat, is it gonna... I'm gonna test that. Ooh. I hope Magnus will play the Rui Lopez today, says Axe Villager. I don't really know. He's gonna do what he's gonna do. He's gonna surprise, but sometimes he does his surprises by by not surprising, kind of by playing something mainstream. Are you working for TV2 or VG today? Asks Bad Good Boy. I'm doing coverage with TV2. Yeah, we haven't seen that against Anand before, says Disenfire, somewhat sarcastically. Bird is the word. Yeah, no, I don't. Actually, Magnus played the bird against Kramnik and won. So I mean, it's not like off. It's not beyond the range of possibility. Um, but I don't know, something calm. Actually, I really liked Magnus's opening choice against Fabiano because it was a very non-threatening opening where he managed to make this imbalance with the black center against white attacking the center. And honestly, I thought it just looked good for black. But white had some interesting resources, and Magnus really displayed those resources in a fantastic way. And that's kind of what you want. You want a nice playable position in which your opponent may overestimate his chances. So that's pretty good. Aquila, good morning. I wish I could stay work, but I love you. Thank you. I tried playing some Fortnite yesterday. It turns out I'm still terrible at the game. Who would have thought? Do you think we are seeing Magnus at the top of his game? Asks Viking Elder. Um, no, actually, no. I think Magnus, when he was having this 2880, he was just nobody could touch him. And he's had not a bad couple of years, but he has had years that are sub substandard to the standard we've given Magnus. I mean, he's still been better than anyone else, but he's not been as good as we know he can be. Whereas so far in 2018, he has just been fantastic. No losses, fighting for the tournament victory every single time. And he's in such a good mood. It's actually freaky watching him because he's so happy, joking around. Uh, he doesn't seem like he's well, to some degree, it doesn't seem like he's taking the tournament seriously. But when he's at the board, he's finding these very interesting ideas and really putting pressure on his opponents and beating top level players as if it was nothing special. So I think he's coming back to the level at 2880. And if that's the case, I mean Fabiano has no chance this upcoming match. Yeah, I kind of feel bad for the international audience who doesn't get to hear Magnus's comments in the confessional because Magnus is doing the comments in Norwegian, and the stuff he's saying and kind of the way he's saying it, you can clearly see that he's pretty relaxed and he's joking around and he's just having a good time doing what he does best. Aquila seemed to be suggest that he had work at 6 a.m. on a Saturday. I we really should do some follow-up questions on that. Chesbey grilling with the "Why are you awake?" questions. Nobody is interested in a 1 minute game. I've had this search ready for 5 minutes now. Stiley says that Anand's uh, visit in the confessional was epic. I would never think he would ever do that. Yeah, no, that was surprising. I think it's kind of funny that he did it when Magnus had an early game, so we almost missed him. We were about to go off broadcast when suddenly Anand turned up in the confessional. So that was yeah, that was something. Come to think of it, I have all of this cake and strawberries, but I have no drinks, no water, no chocolate milk, no other things you could have on your birthday. Get Magnus. He needs some warm-up games, says Festman. Yeah, no, actually, Magnus, before the games, every single day, he's gone swimming in here in Stavanger. And Stavanger actually has some of the nicest beaches in Norway, which is it's kind of strange. It's Stavanger and then northern Norway has the best beaches. And in northern Norway, you can go surfing at the Lofoten Islands. And it's like it's above the Arctic Circle and still the best beaches in Norway. I'm not very happy about my position, but I can live with it. B4, then I have knight c4. That's kind of my justification. But when he moves his queen, I'm gonna need some better excuse. Oof, knight b5, that's gonna hurt. Oof, knight b5 would have hurt so bad. Yeah, he's trying to repeat it. I'm not gonna fall for that twice. Yeah, I hate my position. Ooh, I can take this pawn. Ooh, I can take this rook. It's always nice when you miss when you miss a free pawn and your opponent makes it a free rook instead. Uh, Oof. What am I gonna do? I'm actually gonna do this. I'm gonna try to make it as uncomplicated as possible. Okay, I'll take your queen. Not the first time it's offered, but you know, the second and third time you let me take your queen, then, you know, it might happen. Okay, this guy is on tilt already. That is kind of surprising. We only played one game. Normally you don't go on tilt until a couple of games in. But I'm just going to ignore the stuff you do with your king, and I'm just going to be happy. Happy to have a nice position. I'm not a demanding guy. Ooh, a pawn. Thank you. Let's take this one. And then this one. Let's go back. Let's trade off this guy before I get nervous about its potential. Double some rooks. Let's get this bishop out here. Ooh, this looks good. What's next? Bishop here. He's doing the trade. I don't think he should have done that. Let's do this trade. Let's do this and this. Ooh, take this one. Thank you. I may have been a bit quick to thank my opponent. Ooh, let's not fall for knight e1 check. This should be sufficient for some kind of mating attack. So far, so good on the Western Front. Let's see what kind of chat I missed. Ghetto Porridge, happy birthday, thank you. 30 degrees basically all over Norway. I can assure you that the water is less than 30 degrees, but still very nice weather. Thank you to Lucky Tuba gifting a sub to Spari. Swimming in pool, or that's a question from Festben, and Festben is probably a Norwegian, and Norwegians do not have pools. That's basically the one thing that foreigners do that Norwegians don't do, and I kind of wish we did it more. Wherever you go in the US and Greece and so on and so forth, everyone has pools. Whereas in Norway, I've only ever been at one house that had a pool, and that was one of the coolest houses I've been to. And Axe Villager. Wow, you gifted 2 subs. Thank you, Lucky Tuba. Probably butchering the pronunciation, but thank you. Yeah, I'm traveling, so that's my excuse this time for missing donations and subs and so on. I'm used to having 2 screens, and it's a completely different experience streaming with only one screen, and honestly a smaller screen than the one I'm used to. There's a pool in Stavanger Centrum, says Festben. Well, if you're gonna go somewhere public, you might as well go to the beach, I would say, because the beach is amazing. Uh, Unmarix says that there are too many rules for pools in Norway and it gets way too expensive. Yeah. I honestly I always kind of thought that it's the rest of the world being, you know, overly luxurious rather than Norway lacking pools. But we can go swimming in the rivers, so what do we care? Yeah, also, I mean, I don't know if this is a real thing, but from watching American TV shows, you know that there's always some kind of Mexican doing fixing the pool or some kind of kid being the pool boy. Um, and just labor or laborers are more expensive in Norway. So that kind of maintenance is just at a different cost level. Axe Villager asks if Magnus is going for a swim before Norway chess every round. Do you do it as well? Um, no, actually, swimming. This is a fun fact about Hammer. I only learned to swim at age 14. This is completely true. And kind of, I read these kind of news reports about how the government is concerned about the immigrant kids not being able to swim at the age of 10. And I'm kind of like, well, you know, I did okay. I couldn't swim at 14. I was doing fine. I really enjoyed diving though. So whenever we would go to like a world championship in Greece, I couldn't really swim around the pool, but I would always go diving into it and trying like to go fetch stuff at the bottom. Lucky Tuba with another gift sub. Thank you. Wow, that is very late for a Norwegian, says Axe Villager. Yeah. No, I at some point I was at a friend of mine's 13th birthday and he was having like this very nice they were borrowing his mom's jobs recreational facilities kind of and we were swimming and having a lot of fun. And then there was a race, and that was basically the first time I ever swam in my life. Because when there's a race on, when there's a competition, I'm not giving in. So I jumped into there and I avoided drowning as best as I could. I did okay. That was my first ever swim. Okay, I have a terrible position. Absolutely terrible. But what are you gonna do? Life goes on. Maybe I should have taken with the bishop. Okay, so I'm 2 pawns down. I'm not panicked just yet. I got some counterplay. I got some ideas going on. I'm gonna go here. That's gonna annoy him a little bit. Ooh, that's a strange move. And that's not very good. Okay, I'm no longer 2 pawns down. Uh, soon I might be stuff up. I mean, what is going on with this guy? Okay, I should have tried something else. You know what? I'm gonna flag this guy. I have no morals. I'm such a bad guy. And he still wants a rematch. Wow. I'm being the biggest jerk ever, and he still wants a rematch. He wants to punish me for that kind of behavior. Fair enough. I'm kind of uncertain how I'm gonna untangle from this pressure, but that was a good solution. Let's go here. Uh, um, let's try to stop rook f1. Free piece. Don't mind if I do. I'm always gonna take free pieces. Don't you worry about that. Always gonna take those. Uh, Maybe I shouldn't, but that's another matter. Let's go here and here. I'm one move away from winning the game. Ooh, I allowed rook here. Ooh, I allowed rook e7. That's such a bad... Ah, but now I'm good. Now I'm good. Ha 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 ha. Tricked him. Tricked him. I want to say I tricked him, but I think I really just blundered my queen and got lucky. Ooh, I should have seen that coming. Flagging him with the in the rook against knight. I should have seen this coming. I should have seen that one coming. Man, now I feel like an idiot. I really feel like I should have seen him tilting from afar. Ah, well. I deserved that one. I deserved that one. Yeah. Checkmate in one move. Yeah. Tricked him, immediately gets tricked next game. Yeah. And I don't know how the chat got about discussing Netherlands and its dikes, but there you go. And I missed Lucky Tuba with the 894 bits. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know if anyone has noticed, but I have been brilliant at avoiding talking about the age I become. And, well, I'm just going to keep that up. But I'm getting to the point where some would consider me old. I have considered myself old for a very long time, but every time I talk to people who are older than old, they kind of give me the glare and they look pretty skeptical. Tarjar informs on Twitter that Dingley withdraws from Norway chess. That is unfortunate, but at the same time, I feel like it's the right call. I mean, he just had surgery 24 hours ago. I don't see how he would have been able to keep up his normal level, and I think it's a good decision to withdraw, and I think it also it would have been so much worse if he tried to play through the pain and then had to withdraw at a later stage. So I think it's good that he's making this decision now, and he's listening to his own body. Google says 28, says El Dono. Yeah, how the hell did he do the cooking thing? Asks Distant Fire. Yeah, I'm very impressed. It's also why I was nervous that he was gonna overextend or overestimate his ability to continue the tournament. Because he had a broken hip bone and a fractured bone, and he went on to do cooking for several hours, and he had to be persuaded to go to the hospital. I mean, how badass are you? Sitting there doing some kind of competitive cooking and then kind of going, no, 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 I'm fine. It hurts, but I'm fine. That's dedication, says Anmarix. Yeah, he even won the cooking competition. And he won it with Anand. And I was like, the people going to win the cooking competition is going to be the team with the Levon. That was my um, expectation. And we were kind of discussing this ahead of it. And like going, well, Anand doesn't really cook. So we didn't think that he was going to be anywhere near the top. And then it ends up with Anand and Ding being seriously injured, winning the whole thing, and Levon and Maxim finishing in last place, and Magnus in second place. I mean, what is going on? That whole cooking thing just turned every expectation I had upside down. That food looked tasty, says Chespe. Yeah, but at the same time, Norwegian ingredients. It's basically proof that anyone can make that look good. You just gotta have the right ingredients. Ding's cooking elo 2,000 at least, says Distant Fire. Sparry says they had a cooking competition. Wow, they're doing a good job promoting chess as being normal. Yeah, I don't know. Whenever you use something other than chess, I don't know if it is a promotion of chess being normal, but at the same time, I really enjoy pretty much everything in which someone who is really good at one thing tries out something else. So all of these kind of in Norway, it's quite popular with TV shows pitting athletes of different sports against each other in a third kind of category. Um, and it's very popular because it's interesting to see someone who's serious about competition and who's fit and knows what they're doing, trying out something completely different, but where their competitive skills and general physical ability um, is not going to make them a complete beginner, but um, actually going to help them uh, try their best. It's exploitation of celebrity. I don't know. As long as Magnus is in, I guess. But it's also it's I guess to some people that's a negative thing, but to others think it's good. But human interest story in some kind that you see a different side of the chess players. This cake is so crumbling. I mean, I feel like I'm spending more time trying to clean up after all of the crumbles than actually eating it. I love the video that chess.com made of it. Actually, ChessBay, can you post the link to Doher's video? That would be very nice, so that everyone can see what we're talking about. Hopefully, Peter. I actually haven't seen Peter's video. I saw the one TV2 made. Um, but hopefully he got a glimpse of Ding. Actually, you can tell that he's genuinely injured in that video. I'm not liking my position. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna lose a pawn. Well, I thought I was gonna lose a pawn. Somehow I saved it, but I still dislike my situation. I'm very unhappy, actually. Ah, yeah, this is just a nightmare. Okay, bishop d1 next, and I may have some saving chances. However, after that move, I have no saving chances. Tough life. Yeah, and I blundered. He had rook a7. That would have won the game instantly. I guess this is going to do the trick as well, but he's giving me some counter chances. Ooh, I did not mean to play f3. That was a mouse slip. It was not my intention to make that move, and now I got myself checkmated. Ah, what are you gonna do? What cake are you eating? It's a chocolate cake with chocolate chips. Well, chocolate, I think, is the normal term of it. Okay, I'm gonna want a rematch against this guy. It's another Lithuanian. I wonder, is it the same guy I was playing earlier? Or does Lithuania suddenly have two bullet champions? No, it's the same guy. He's blundering his pawns in the same fashion as one of my earlier opponents. And he's also from Lithuania. I'm gonna say it's the same guy. But I got crushed. I got crushed by this guy, and I did not get crushed by him the last time we played. What has happened in the meantime? That's a big question. Oh, come on. I was expecting bishop d3. That was silly of me. But he actually blundered back. He could have taken all of my pieces in a better way than that. Ooh, and now bishop d5. That's a good bishop. And kick the knight away. Ooh, let's take this one. I have a tendency of accepting free pawns. I'm not going to change that now. Um, am I going to sacrifice? I think I am. Let's go here. It turns out it wasn't really a sacrifice. Ooh, it was. It was because he has knight d6, but he missed it. Turns out when you play bullet, you miss a lot of chances. Who would have thought? This is a shocking development to everyone who plays bullet. You make mistakes playing bullet. Shocking. Okay, I beat him on time, but it was not a good game. However, it is nice for me to know that I'm able to win on time, even though I'm on my laptop and I'm without a mouse pad. I do have a mouse, but it's not. Well, it's actually working out pretty well. And also, when I was doing with my previous laptop, I was always I actually had trouble playing bullet because the computer couldn't cope with the quick moves at the same time as coding the stream and so on. And that, I believe, is working out very well. So overall, I'm looking forward to the Arena Kings, or the Royal Arena Kings, on Monday. And Monday is a Norway chess rest day, so I'm definitely going to be able to participate. Okay, he's a pawn down and the bishop pair, and he's going for exchanges. I mean, what is going on with this guy? He's going for exchanges, going into the most hopeless endgame ever. That's probably not what I would have done. But on the other hand, I'm not going to complain, seeing as how I am the one benefiting from this. I believe this is what's called domination on all flanks, all parts of the board. And my king is now going to have a little trip. No, I'm gonna take these guys, and then I'm gonna make sure not to fall for some kind of a4 g5 trick, and that's gonna make him resign. What is a Royal Arena Kings tournament? Is it more special than a normal Arena Kings? Yes, it's more special because there's supposed to be some kind of knockout format after the original 2 hours. And honestly, nobody knows how that's gonna work. Well, apparently, well, the people who made the rules probably know how it's gonna work, but for the rest of us, we're kind of confused as to how it's gonna work, and to some degree, that just makes it more interesting because it's gonna be exciting. It's going to be exciting to see how the format works out because it's also going to be the first time. It's the first Royal Arena Kings. So I assume there's going to be some first time hiccups, but I'm looking forward to it. I allowed him to take this one. Ooh, and d7 is hanging, which I didn't even see. I allowed him to get an easy tactic in. I should have seen that coming. Okay, let's see. Go rook e8. That would be nice. Okay, he's trying another cheap tactic. Fool me once, fool me twice. You're not going to fool me twice. I have a terrible position, but my guy is playing pretty slowly. And he's blundering his pieces, and who knows what's going on. I mean, his winning technique has not been magnificent. I think that's fair to say. On the other hand, that move was not magnificent either. Wow, that was such a bad move. Ooh, queen exchange. I'm not sure you should be doing queen exchanges when you're about to lose on time. Uh, and then you gave away your... Okay. A draw. I'm not sure it's a fair result. I think I deserve to lose that one, but I'm gonna take it. Yeah, I was just giving him extra time to figure out that this knight e4 move was a good one. I'm getting crushed by tactics at the moment. Mm. Yeah, bad position all around. And he made a mistake. He traded his bishop for a knight, and now he's regretting it. I'm gonna go here. And then he takes, of course. Ah, I don't know. I thought I had some counterpoint, but not anymore. Actually, now I do have some counterpoint. Because he just... made a mistake. Oh, come on! I cannot even see diagonals. I cannot see diagonals. Anyway, Georg will flag you. Well, as long as I make second place. I have come to the realization that apparently I'm not the only one struggling with Georg. So I'm pretty happy with second place. I think that's as good as it gets. Uh, 2 hour arena tournament followed by a 1.5 hour 8 player knockout bracket. Yeah, that's intense. 3.5 hours of play. And it's going to be more than that because they're going to have to spend some time setting up the knockout brackets and getting things in order. Uh, Sildiana, Sidili, Sildia, Sildiana says, congratulations, happy birthday, looking forward to the broadcast later today. I'm sorry for butchering your name. Sildiana. Sildiana. Yeah, I can do that. I just needed a couple of tries. Couple of tries to get that right. Ice cream might be better than cake in this weather, says Norwegian chess giant. Yes, I could agree with you, but on the other hand, my room does not have a freezer, but my room does have facilities to help me have strawberries. So it's going to be strawberries and cake. Dirty, says Chessbait. I don't know what you're talking about. I got killed fair and square, unfortunately. What other comments did I miss? I heard everything in Norway is expensive. Like, how much did that middle cake cost? I don't know. I thought it was pretty cheap. It's part of the reason why I bought it. So this little, well, it's not actually that little. I think it was like 250 grams. and it cost 30 kroners, which is like $4. Which maybe I'm biased because I'm used to Norwegian prices, but that I thought was very affordable. Strawberries, cake, and chess. Living the dream, says Banjo Snorkel. Yeah, I agree. I'm having a bit of fun right now. Well, also, you gotta know that I've been playing Bullet today, and I gained 30 rating points, despite, being on the road and streaming while doing Bullet. So, circumstances also are pretty good. Now I want cake, says Axe Villager. Well, you should go to Hema 1000. This is a new product they had. And I think basically this 30 kroners, I think, is a special new product offer. And then they're going to up the prices. Nicolitas also wants cake now. Play the Scandinavian cake attack. Yeah, I'm going to. Actually, the bullet opening I have played since I was a kid. I always just make the same moves. And I think the Scandinavian cake attack would be a brilliant name for that opening. Maybe we're just gonna officially name my bullet opening the Scandinavian cake attack. Okay, it seems like there's no more opponents for bullet. Let's see, should I play some bullets? Mm, no, I'm gonna open up for lower rated players. Well, not that much lower, but um, are you going to play new openings for the Speed Chess Championship qualifier? Asks Chessbay. Um, no, I don't think so. But I'm gonna refresh the ones I already know a bit. So I haven't really been working a lot on my openings, and yeah, I wanna do that before the qualifier. Here I could have played Rook A1. I could have played Rook A1. Why on earth didn't I play Rook E1? A1. The Grunfeld got spanked yesterday, says Noller. Yeah, I should take a look at that. Sildiana um, asks, wouldn't it be better to take the cake outside in this weather? I don't know why I'm still inside. Yeah, no, the weather in Norway, we have mentioned it a couple of times, but we can always spend some more minutes saying that the weather in Norway is amazing. However, I think it's too warm. I really, really do. I think it's unpleasantly warm. There is such a thing. I never understood Norwegians going to Spain and Greece and stuff like that in the middle of summer. I mean, the Norwegian summer, I always tell people that the Norwegian kind of spring summer is the best thing there is. Norway in May and June is fantastic. Um, and this is the proof, right? I mean, it's so fantastic, it's becoming too warm for me. How's Seaman doing in Stavanger? Asks Norwegian chess giant. I don't actually know. I'm kind of busy when Seaman is doing his commentary. But the duo, Anna Rudolph and Seaman Agdestein, doing commentary on the official Norway chess website. That's something you may want to check out, because that's an entertaining duo if I ever saw one. Early May is cold though, says a Viking elder. Uh, I don't know. I disagree, but I think we also have different definitions of what is cold. I really enjoy like 20. Okay, we got an opponent finally from France, the FIDE master Meow, and he's playing openings which I have a bad score against, actually. I never understood quite how to deal with this opening. It's just so easy to play for white, and I always mess it up somehow. Okay, that I don't think was a great move. I wanted to play c6 anyhow. But still, I mean, my position is just slightly worse. I have no pawn breaks. I don't know. There's so many people playing this opening in bullet chess, and I just, every time I get into trouble. Because I have no idea what to do. Ooh, and this is hanging. Basically collapsing the whole structure. Okay, he didn't take it. That's nice. That would have been a problem for me. And now he's doing crazy things, which is also nice for me. Ooh, queen takes. I was not expecting that. Queen takes. Yeah, this is actually problematic for me. What to do, what to do. Okay, I think I'm reasonably safe right now. Ooh, I'm definitely safe. The guy just gave me a passed pawn. So I'm just going to rush that one up the board. And now I'm also trapping the knight. And now I'm getting both pieces. And Meow resigns. Missing knight g6 was a birthday present, says Irigis. Yeah, probably I only get one of those. So next time I gotta watch out. Ooh, he refuses to castle. He knows that when he castles, I'm gonna go g4. But now I'm gonna go g4 anyway. Because you blundered, my friend. You blundered. You made a blunder, and now you're gonna lose a piece, and you're gonna resign. I love you. Can I play you in the Arena Kings? I need people to resign more often against me. I'm not gonna take that one. I'm gonna take this one. Then I'm gonna go out here into the middle. Not optimal structure. Ooh, did I blunder this one? There's some rook c3. Ooh, very complicated. I have no idea what's going on. Actually, it's going to be just equal at the end. That's weird. I could have taken this. I should have taken this. I'm gonna take this. Let's take this one. Ooh, A4 was not a good move. A4, not a good move. What are you gonna do about the threats I'm making to this guy? Maybe you're gonna survive. Maybe. Ooh, maybe I'm gonna die. Yeah, now you're coming to get my pawns. Kind of nervous. What's going on? I don't really know. I'm giving him the far away past pawn. That's not good. Ooh, I'm just letting him run in. The pawn is just queening. His queen is protected. His pawn is just queening. What am I doing? This is terrible. Are you gonna take on e7 and checkmate me? Yeah, you are. Yeah, that feels bad. What went wrong there? I don't understand. I was better. And then suddenly I wasn't better anymore. Crazy contrast from triple guffel. I'm gonna have to try to see what triple guffel wrote. Somehow people always forget the north of Norway when they say the weather is nice. We have 10 degrees and overcast with a bit of rain. Ah. We appreciate your oil, but not much else. I'm sorry. 6 degrees and rain in Tromsø. Actually, the Norwegian newspaper VG uh, made a stunt in which they invited. Uh, well, they had a competition basically where they invited three people or something from northern Norway to come to Oslo and enjoy the summer. I think actually that's going on this weekend. So they made a competition. Why do you deserve to get, a piece of the nice weather? And yeah, I'm guessing people signed up for that. Why not get a nice trip to southern Norway and get a taste of the sun? He had bishop b4, which was just winning, and he missed it. I'm happy he missed it because that would have been some pretty big trouble for me dealing with that. Okay, this I think is better for me. Thank you to the bishops doing a decent job on diagonals. Let's try to push h5. And then I'm kind of scared of what this queen can accomplish in that diagonal. Let's put my queen in the center. Let's put the king to the side. And now retreat, making him nervous. And he became sufficiently nervous. Or I made my trickery just the right way, and it's checkmate. The bishops got there in the end. Just point them toward the opponent's king, and it's usually going to be a success. Okay, so this was the opening I lost to in our previous game. I misplayed it horrendously with the black pieces. but I'm still fine. Nothing much going on. He's gonna exchange. I'm gonna exchange as well. Why not? I'm a little bit better. And then we're just gonna wait and see what happens. Go back. Let's do the waiting game. Who can make the most moves with the least commitment for the future? Ah, I should have gone knight c3 first. I regret not doing... Okay, let's do this. Looks like a decent move. Then I really want to protect this guy. But it comes at a cost. Let's take this one. Let's take this one. Ooh, I should not have done that. That was his entire trap. I was very fortunate to have an escape square. And that escape square is gonna make me win this game, actually. Because the rook is trapped. That's kind of cute. The rook is trapped on e1, nowhere to go. The knight's controlling all of the squares on the first rank, with the rook assisting from a2. Okay, I'm probably in trouble. I'm definitely in trouble, but let's see what happens. Let's go here. If you're not going to take back your pawn, then I'm going to prevent you from getting it back. I guess I'm going to go here and here. My pieces are moderately protected. I don't think much is going on. I think I can survive anything he throws at me right now. I'm a bit concerned about my light squares. But what are you going to do? I'm just going to play quicker than him. It's going to be a good start. Ooh, this move I like. I should have liked that move a bit earlier in the game. That would have been more optimal. Now let's take this one. Ooh, knight f3. Knight f3 is such a nice move. Ooh, that's very nice. That was a great move by him. And I have no moves. I mean, what am I going to do? I'm just going to go back and forth over here and hope for the best. And I flagged him. I feel kind of cruel, but it wasn't even close. 2.4 seconds left. He's just gotta play quicker. You die. Have you ever been to Svalbard? No, I have not. But as I understand, it's a pretty spectacular place. Uptime command, Hammer needs to adjust something in MooBot. Yeah, but is it really that much of an issue? I mean, my schedule tells you when my stream started, right? Point the bishop toward the king, and something is eventually going to happen. That's a nice word of wisdom, says Norwegian chess giant. Does your cake have any cream in it? Or is it just carrots and other healthy vegetables? Nah, this is just something I bought. Something I just bought at the store. But normally for my birthday, my mom makes this very good carrot cake. It's 4:13 a.m. I woke up to get some water, and JLH is streaming. What a treat, says Yodeling Turkey. Mm. I gotta make sure I don't forget the strawberries. Ah, dulilkake. I'm also an expert on those. Interestingly, in our family, we started. Well, basically, we just do as many carrots as humanly possible. Uh, so we cut down actually on the sugar and the flour. And instead of sugar, we just put in a lot of like raisins and other sweet stuff. And then instead of flour, I don't know what she does, but she did something that has worked out pretty good for the past couple of years. Current stream is not visible on the schedule. And that's a fair point. I mean, if it's requested that I have the uptime command, then I'll certainly fix it. Happy birthday, says Saura. Thank you. Perhaps some of the players in Norway chess will sing you a happy birthday song in the confession box today, asks Trippengaffel. I find that unlikely. But with the mood Magnus has been in lately, I'm not going to rule it out entirely. Are you going to cover the fifth round today on TV2? Asks Skahoo Skahoo. And the answer to that is yes, I am. That is why I'm going to finish this stream in 15 minutes. Because I need to get ready for the broadcast. Why go through with distorting a wonderful cake recipe? Asks Udai. Well, we think it's better. I mean, we think it's better than it used to be the carrot cake. Are you appearing on TV in a potty hat? No, I don't think so. I made completely sure that everyone else involved in the broadcasts know that it's my birthday. So there might be some kind of special plans that I am not aware of. Bye, Chess Bay. Thank you for stopping by. And thank you for the donation. I know it's ridiculously early in the morning, but I thought that was how it had to be since I'm busy during the day. Angel Tapes asks, did you climb since the last time I watched? Weren't you around 2,500 a few weeks ago? Happy birthday. Um, this is 1 minute chess. So this is not blitz chess. This is 1 minute chess. And honestly, in 1 minute chess, I've been higher than this. So I would actually say I'm a bit on a lower rating than normal. Whereas you are completely right. In Blitz, my rating is usually around 2550, 2600. I also have carrots. It seems like no one is up to some 1 minute chess right now. T-Spokey, when I heard the crunch, I thought those strawberries are rough. Yeah. I wonder if that's a novel stream idea. Just some guy sitting around eating. How many fidget spinners do you own? Asks Triple Guffin. I own 0 fidget spinners. But my sister bought one, so I got to try it once. It was, yeah, I'm not sure what all the fuss is about. Okay, so I'm a pawn up. That's usually a good start to any game, being a pawn up. Let's go here. Take this one. Am I gonna do that? Yeah. Let's go here. Oh, I blundered. I'm just a pawn up with the bishop pair, and still I blunder like nobody's business. So bad. Actually, he could have taken, I mean, he could have gotten a full rook there. He didn't have to get just, I mean, the material he got was also nice, but he could have gotten more. This guy is not very good. I thought since he's 2800, he's got to be really good. But he's not. He's blundering everything. I mean, what is this guy doing? I mean, this guy is playing horrendous chess right now. Oh, come on. I mean, I'm not saying I'm playing very well myself, but he's not having a very high standard. Wow, I won on time. I was so sure I was going to get flagged there. I was so sure I was going to get flagged. He played horrendously, I think. I mean, normally you shouldn't speak ill of your opponent, but that was not well played by him. He could have been a rook up, and instead he ended up losing the game. I mean, what was going on there? And now he makes the same mistake I made. That is so funny. That is so funny. He makes the exact same mistake I made. And he's posting a smiley face in the chat. He appreciates how funny that is. He made the exact same mistake I made. Wow. And he was a good sport about it, posting in game chat. I'm gonna take your knight if you don't protect it, but you did protect it, so I gotta do something else. And I kind of spent all my time trying to figure out what I want to do. Now I know what I want to do. I want to go g4. Ah, finally I decide what I want to do, and then he prevents it. Ooh, g4. That's a good move, actually. It's a good move by him. And I'm hesitating so bad. Okay, he's sacrificing. Probably a good sacrifice, especially with my time being what it is. I gotta make some kind of breakthrough on the king side. But I don't have any pieces over there. I mean, I have no threats. I do have a threat. G3. G2. I do have a threat. Now I don't have any threats anymore. That was not the longest of joys. Ooh, and then he just gives up his queen like that. Kind of risky, no? Unnecessarily risky. I'm guessing he's gonna check me for a very long time. Yeah. Ooh, I had stalemate! Ooh! If I had just had one more second! Queen takes f2 is stalemate. What? That was a bit more aware of my surroundings, and I would have gotten the sweetest stalemate swindle. A spite check is not a threat, says Emba. Yeah, you're right. But queen takes f2 would have been very sweet. I'm glad to catch Ham Matt birthday stream. Who knows what's gonna happen, says e4. Classic story, says Udai. Better in the opening, celebrates the win, gets into a losing position. Yes, but oftentimes I end up winning on time after getting into the losing position. Not this time, though. Loot boxes in chess would be great, says Skuru Skuru. Microtransactions titles for those who can't reach GMIM, stuff like that. Well, kind of buying a title is a bit not that fantastic, but surely there could be other things. I like the idea, but I'm not sure titles is the right way to go. Something like loot box with I don't know. Special trophies? No. Special access? Maybe. Um, think about it. Are you a full-time pro chess player? Asks Noller. Yes, I am. Chance cards suggests triple Gotham. That's interesting. You could have like a special variant with chance cards and random events. I remember Jennifer Shahady. She was talking about this game where she called it roulette chess, where you spin a roulette wheel to see which piece you have to move, so that you may have to move your bishop even when your queen is under attack. And even if your queen is under attack, it's not really going to help that much unless your opponent gets to move the piece that threatens to capture the queen. And then you could have like these special cards, um, which you can use in the game to, like, when you get to choose the piece you move, you get to like make a free move. Or maybe you can do two moves in a row. That would be a very valuable card. Oh, this is very cool. I'm completely disinterested in my stream. Now I'm just gonna sit here, develop the... That could be actually pretty good. Roulette chess on the line with cards that can give you special advantages. And when you win a game, you get an extra card? No. Loot packs give you cards? Maybe? But then it's basically pay to win, which is not great. Okay, I'm interested. I'm interested. Loot boxes. Let's hear your thoughts. What age did you become a grandmaster? Asks Netrus. I was 18 years old. Um, Physig is back to chess after a 10-year break. Is it best to learn the London system? I recommend tactics. Do a lot of tactics. And then in the opening, just, develop your pieces and control the center. It's pretty straightforward. T. Spokey has says that the EU has called loot boxes gambling and is going to start regulating them. I honestly cannot tell whether or not you're joking. That does seem like an EU thing to do. Is tactics the same as chess puzzles? Yes. Yes, it is. Come on, John. New game, says ATI. No, I think I'm done playing chess. If you want to discuss the new uh, roulette internet chess, I'll stay around for a couple of minutes. Sarcasm doesn't go through text that well, says Skahoo. Well, who cares if it's sarcasm? If it's a good idea, I don't care if it's sarcastic or not. Nicolaitis says that my favorite part of the Pro Chess League was you making fun of the guy next to me because his shoes were too big for his pants. What? I made fun of a guy because of his shoes? I'm, that sounds like something I should apologize for. Although I don't really recall the incident. Loot boxes with rating gain or rating loss? Yeah, no. It's not going to be that bad. Why isn't Norway in the EU? Asks Udai. Well, there's a question that we could have a separate 2 hour stream just to discuss the politics of EU and Norway. Um, we're basically in the EU because we're part of the European Economic Agreement, the EEA, which basically means, well, the people in support of Norway joining the EU will basically say that the EEA means that Norway is a part of the Union, just without any having a say in the policy that's being made. Come on, Hammer, you make fun of people's shoes all the time. Apparently, I do, according to Nicolaitis. I do not recall this moment, but apparently, I am a cruel, vicious man who offends strangers and their shoes. Uh, okay, I think this is going to be it from me. I'm going to do some more thinking on this roulette loot box chess thing because I really feel like what chess needs to do next is further implement some of the things that have been successful with gaming. And one of my main regrets with chess is that we don't really have a good way of playing teams. Yeah, we have Bug House, but that is tricky coding and yeah, kind of rough getting a handle on observing. It's tricky. So roulette chess with random cards, I don't know. Something about it makes it feel fun. It's not gonna be serious, but at some point you're gonna have fun as well. Try to make Fingnut speechless is the last shoutouts from the crowd today. I don't think that is possible. I think my host on TV2, my boss essentially, he always has something to say. Um, but on that note, we do have a broadcast in 3 hours. So I'm gonna go get ready for that. I might even go out to the sunshine, um, despite being Norwegian and the troll sunshine stone situation. That's it from me, everybody. I hope you'll be back on Monday as I play the Royal Arena King Bullet tournament, which I think is going to be a blast. Judging from the games I played today, I'm going to do pretty well in that tournament. I'm going to crush some people, crush some egos. Thank you to everyone complimenting my stream title. I'll make sure to keep up the creativity for that. And on that note, good afternoon, good morning, or good night, depending on where you are.